YouTube, what is going on, guys? It is really insanely late. I'm sorry for uploading this insanely late. I just got out of the shower. As you can see, I'm wet. My hair is wet. And then I'm not doing it in the traditional spot because of lighting. It's not good there unless I do it during the day. So I'm doing it in my recliner. So yeah, let me go ahead and you clicked on the video for the Power Rangers review. Now I'm going to be honest and tell you guys that this was not as a bad train wreck as I thought, but this film had a lot of train wreck parts. So I'm gonna tell you, should you go out and see Power Rangers? You see what I did there? I know what you saw what I did there. Um, let's go ahead and talk about plot. Plot: the Power Rangers, they gotta stop Rita. Um, from like getting the Earth's like Zeta crystal. Um, and this Zeta crystal can like destroy the Earth's core. So these five teenagers found these stones that can. I don't know really what the point of the stones were. That was one big problem. The stones really didn't seem to do anything. Um, so yeah, they have these stones, and then they eventually the character named Billy. I won't get into too many spoilers because honestly, number one, the characters are kind of forgettable. That's another problem with the film. The characters are somewhat forgettable until you get into um, just the Rangers themselves. I remember them just as the Ranger, and not their characters' names besides Billy, because Billy was my favorite character. Um, yeah, Billy finds the stones, and they basically, I don't want to tell you anything, but then they do something and so on and so forth. But plot, they got to stop Rita. Rita wants to destroy the world. All right, good, we good. All right, so plot, it's um but going into all right, I'm gonna try and do it with my right hand. um Going into the action was pretty good, but it didn't really happen until the end, and that's the unfortunate part of Power Rangers. But those last like 10, 15, 20 minutes actually were even really good. I really liked that part a lot. God, I'm picking my nose so much. I don't know what the fuck happened, but now I have a lot of snot and shit in there. But yeah, it was very solid for the time it did get. I wish they would have been more, but you know. Um, so we go ahead and move on. So yeah, the action's very brief. So we can go ahead and move on into the dialogue or really character development, and the characters did develop pretty well. Um, if you were worried about the Power Rangers not really being featured that much and more about teen drama, you were absolutely right in that concern because it does happen a lot in this film. Um, a lot of people are also complaining about the armor, which I didn't seem to mind that much. I think they looked okay. Not good, but not bad either, which was, again, kind of like the thing for this film. Okay. Um, it didn't do, again, anything wrong, but it didn't do anything bad either. And so this has Marvel-like syndrome, and you guys know this about me. I like comedy, but I don't like it forced upon me. which is what Marvel does for a lot of their movies, which I don't like. Um, so there's that. I think forcing it on people isn't good. I think it's very shitty to do that. And this movie has it, unfortunately. Um, the characters, like I said, they're not good. They're okay. This movie, if I could sum it up to you in less than a minute, if you've had strong ties to the Power Rangers as a kid, I think you're gonna hate this film. If you didn't, then you're gonna think this film's good to okay. Um, and I thought the film. I don't have the. I've seen like the cartoon as a kid. And wasn't the biggest fan of the world of it. And I collected some of the toys, not all of them. Really, as a kid, just not even collect. I had some of the toys. And like I said, if but I didn't have that strong of a connection, so I didn't like enjoy it that much. But Angry Joe has the opinion of it's not that great of a movie. I think he gave it a 5 or something. Um, or a 5 or a 6. I'm not certain. Um, but this movie isn't a train wreck like I thought it would be. I thought this movie was gonna be like a 2 or a 1. And I originally wasn't gonna go see it, but I had Thursday night off and it was Power Rangers and somebody wanted to go see it with me. So I was like, damn, let's go do it. Um so yeah. And so the movie was fun. I don't I know this is a pretty shitty review, but it's okay. That's just I don't like to give out spoilers for movies. I really don't because then it does not if I get spoilers for a movie, I don't want to watch it. That's just me though. And I think it's subpar. The movie is just a subpar film all throughout. You won't hate it, but you won't love it either. IGN gave it, being gracious, a 7, and I do see that 7, but that's a very fucking generous 7. Like, that's on a very, very, very good day you can give it a 7. On my opinion, I think it deserves a 6. And that's on a slightly above average film. And this is what it is. It's a slightly above average film. It's not... If you are a massive fan of Power Rangers, you might want to go see it just to give your opinion on it. But if you aren't, I think you should go see it because I think you'll like it. But the characters aren't good. The action's good when it has it, but the story itself had me kept up with it. But before I do give the final verdict on this, which I kind of already did, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. I'm giving the movie a 6 out of 10. It's not bad. It's slightly above average. And I was thinking of giving it a 7, but that's very fucking gracious. And this shit had some really wonky shit to it. And I could even justify a 5. But I'm being generous and saying, when I was in the theater, I was having a really good time. And so I'm like, I'm giving this movie a 7. Not a 6, not 7. 7's fucking very generous. But yeah, it's a 6. If you're not a big fan of Power Rangers, I think you should see it. I think you'll enjoy it. If you are a big Power Rangers fan, you're probably going to end up hating it. But because, like I've said to a lot of people, and this is like the same way with Assassin's Creed, if you don't have close ties to that film, you don't have anything to judge it off of. Like me, like I'm not a super fan. I've seen the show and I've watched it, but I'm not a super fan of it. Unlike Assassin's Creed, where I've played every single game and I'm like, this is fucking hot garbage. But yeah, the movie's a 6 out of 10. I think it's worth a watch. So if you have the friends that want to go see it, go see it. It's worth the price of admission. You'll have fun with it. Let me put it like that. But yeah, the plot's subpar, the character's subpar, the dialogue subpar, the villain subpar. Well, actually, I will say that the villain never gets a good point across, or development, I will say. And like I said, that Marvel-like symptom, when it tries to take itself serious, you can't, because of the groundwork you've just set of trying to be a comedy shit all the time. That doesn't work. And more movies are taking from that, but that doesn't always work. So yeah, I give Power Rangers a 6 out of 10. I think you should go see it if you aren't a massive, big, super fan of the Power Rangers. I think you'll enjoy it. If you're a mega fan, I think you're going to hate it. But I had no emotional connection. I didn't have a thing to judge it off of. So I think it was subpar. Slightly above average. So yeah, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow for more, well, by the time you're watching this, it's later today, because you're probably watching this around noon. So I'll see you guys later today for Nerd Tavern. And yeah, then Monday, you guys will watch to the end of Nerd Tavern. You'll see the announcement we have at the end of that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.